Here we go. All right, Trab, welcome to our almost last call of Thursday, not of Thursday, of June. Tonight, we are going to talk about how to stop overcomplicating the business. And I'm going to give you guys a simple formula to reach Success Club so that you can grow your income, help more people, and grow your business. Beachbody has given this statistic many times, and I know that I say it like probably every day, but I just want to repeat it again because it's so important. Coaches that earn Success Club every single month earn 70% more than coaches who do not. So I'm going to escape this real quick. I want to see a show of hands. Who wants to earn, I don't know what just happened there. Okay, here we go. Who wants to earn 70% more? Raise your hand if you want to earn 70% more. I can think of lots of things that I could do if I was earning 70% more. Granted, I'm still reaching Success Club every month, but I'm just saying. Not that it's all about the money, but there's a lot of things that we can do if we have more income, a lot more people that we can help. My computer's being really slow. I thought it was about to die, but it's not. Okay, so anyways, let's go ahead and get into it and start off with some recognition and updates. So this is our SC leaderboard as of yesterday, Wednesday. So in SC5 so far, we have Sarah, Amanda, Shayna, Mariah, Chelsea, and Brianne. Almost there, we have Aaron, myself, Leslie, Robert, Paige, Chelsea E, Destiny, Rachel, Megan, Samantha, Lauren, Amanda P, Ashton, Alyssa, Alan, Amanda's on there twice, Angelica G, Angelique, Jessica M, Jessica P, Shelby, Robin, Tara, Carrie, Bianca, Jamie, Jenna, Ashley G, Nicole B, Sherry, Nicole M, and Gina. So congrats to everybody. My goal is to get 10 people signed up this week. Not because, honestly, I don't even make goals anymore for myself. It's all about helping people. So that's why I want to help a lot of people. So need to know for the week. All of this, as I tell you guys every week, is always on the Beachbody Coach 411 Facebook page and in the Coach Online office. Anytime you have a question that you don't know the answer to, it's always also FAQ, Google, YouTube. That's literally how I learn everything. Most of the stuff that I teach you guys to do in our business, I taught myself how to do by Google and YouTube. So challenge pack sales for the month, we have 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme. I just posted this in the team page earlier, but I decided I'm going to start 21 Day Fix Extreme on Monday because I have not done a program start to finish this year, even though I used to do program after program my first 2 years. So for those of you that want to do it with me, we're going to start like an accountability thread, so let me know. It'll also be really good because it's on sale this month. So I know like when I did it last year, like it was literally so easy for me to hit SC because like people were just messaging me every day like, oh my God. Because like I literally had results after like 1 week. It was insane. So those are our challenge pack sales for the month. It's only $140. What I like to tell people is that they're getting the workout for almost free. And I'm telling them how much money they're saving because if they're getting Shakeology, Shakeology by itself at the customer price is $130. And it's only $10 extra for them to get the workout program as well. So that's what I like to tell people. Also, what I'll do is I'll send out a email to my prospects and to all of my current customers in the Coach Online office and let them know about the sale for the month. And usually like what I'll title the email as is I'll say like 2 more days to get 21 Day Fix for only $10 or however you want to word it. I've worded it that way many times in the past and I've gotten a lot of responses. All right, next, Summit registration has been open for about the last month. Summit is about a month away. It's at the end of July. Even if you don't have a ticket yet, you can still go. We just did our team call 2 weeks ago on it. And if you feel like you really want to go, but you're not sure that you can afford it, I get that. So just message me and we'll work together to help you figure out a way to get there because you just have to make it a non-negotiable for your business. If you're serious about your business and if you're serious about success, we all have to get over our excuses. I'm very, what's the word? I don't know what the word is, but we all make excuses. We're all human. I make excuses. We have to get over them so we can do that together. The 2018 Success Club trip, all of the Success Club points that you earn this month are doubled so that for the 2018 Success Club trip, the wait list, if you're placed on the wait list, it'll double your points so that you get moved up on the wait list so that you'll be more likely to get taken off of it. So keep that in mind for this month. The national wake-up call this week was on balancing having a full-time job and doing coaching. I know that that will be really vital for a lot of you because most of you are still in full-time jobs. When I started coaching, I had a job where I worked 80 hours a week at times. I was on call 24/7, and I was doing my master's degree at the same time, and I was volunteering at church. But the thing was, yes, I had fears in the beginning that held me back, and I wish that I wouldn't have let it. But once I got past those fears, I didn't care how much sleep I had to lose. I didn't care what I had to do. I figured out how to balance doing both. I lost sleep, but it was worth it to be able to be debt-free and have a 6-figure income in 2 years. So make sure you listen to the National Wake Up Call from this week. Our groups that are going on right now, we have our Mission to Success Club group that we started at the beginning of the week, or whatever day that was last week, where I'm sharing tips with you daily that I'm not sharing in the team page, on how to close people, how to invite, everything that I'm doing. I'm literally sending screenshots every day, and then I'm helping you guys close people. So get in there if you're not in there already. Our Hydrate Your Health Challenge group just started yesterday. It looks like we don't have challengers in there yet. I'm still working on getting people signed up, so make sure that you guys send out the deadline messages to get them in there. And our sneak peek week starts next month. Mary has been posting about that in the team page. Thank you, Mary. I highly encourage you guys, like, you have to get people in sneak peek week to close these people. The way that I set up sneak peek week, all the videos that I made, I modeled them after someone that's literally in the top. I think she was number 3 in the company last year, Megan Ewaldson. And people on the team like Amanda and Nicole, Katie, I'm trying to think of who else, Lisa, they literally all were rank advancing when they first started putting people in these groups. So it works. So get people in there. So we can close them for you. You really don't have to do anything. Just follow what we're doing in there and follow the closing questions. Our calendar for the month, we're almost through with the month. I kind of just told you guys about what was coming up, but this is posted at the top, or it's pinned to the top of the team page if you need it. Also, our team call next week has been changed to Wednesday, and it will be at 9 o'clock Eastern time. Lewis Howes is going to be talking on our team call about overcoming limiting beliefs and your fears. I'm going to shit my pants. I still can't believe that, like, he offered it to us. Like, I didn't even have to ask him. It's insane. It's going to be epic. Like, you guys have to do absolutely everything in your humanly, I don't know what the quote is or phrase that I'm trying to say, but do everything. Cancel your plans, like, bring your whole family if you have to. Like, we all have got to be there, because, I mean, this guy charges $10,000 an hour for coaching, and he's giving it to us for free. So I'm pretty sure that we should all do everything that we can to get there, because it's going to be life-changing. We talked about how Summit is coming up at the end of next month. We also have Eric Worre, Tony Robbins, and Richard Branson coming up for the GoPro event in December. I got a pack of 25 tickets for that. They're like half off because I bought so many. So we'll be talking more about that later, and I'll be doing payment plans for you guys if you want to go. I paid for them last year, so it's no worries. That way, as many of you guys can get there as possible. And the reason why we talk about events all the time and why it's so crucial to go to these events is because you're not going to get the same effect on your business just from coming to team calls that you will get or from going to these events. They're life-changing. Tony Robbins absolutely changed my life. When I went to his conference in 2014, I came back from his conference and rank advanced from a 1-star diamond to a 5-star diamond in 3 weeks. And only like 2 other people in the company did that. So his stuff works. Also, I will be making a video about this and posting it in the team page next week, but I decided to reschedule the Diamond Retreat to January, so that way we can get more people on the bus to go. It was originally scheduled for October, and I realized, holy shit, it's like July, basically. So we're going to move that to January so that more people can have the opportunity to go. All right, so what you'll learn tonight, I'm going to give you guys 4 different things on how to stop overcomplicating the business. So we're going to be talking, first we're going to get real. It's going to be some real talk. We did this a little bit in the team page with that video that I made the other day, but it's about to get even more real. So put your big girl panties on and be prepared. Number 2, we're going to talk about the magic formula to Success Club. This is what I made the video about the other day, but I'm going to go into more detail. Then we're going to talk about how to post with a purpose. And then we're going to talk about how to raise your standards. All right. So I wanted to just start the call with this quote: there's beauty in simplicity. And I just love this because I'm the type of person that I get so excited about everything and I get all these ideas and then I want to go implement them all at one time. And then I get overwhelmed because I'm doing all of these things, or I'll try to change everything. I'll try to do a new workout, do a new way of eating, get up at a new time and do it all at one time. And then I get overwhelmed and I burn out and I quit. I want to see a show of hands. Who all has done that before? I'm the queen of doing that. I'm like such an all or nothing person. It's really hard for me to like do a little bit at a time and just be consistent with a little bit every day. So it's hard for me. But I will tell you that when you stop, is Lewis Howes Call a good one to invite prospects to? That's a great question. I just saw that. Robin and I are we're working on that together right now. She's helping me with promoting it. So we'll do a post in the team page about that tomorrow. But anyways, it's just a beautiful thing when you can really uncomplicate, decomplicate, whatever you want to call it, life, because you're going to get overwhelmed and quit if you do anything that's not simple. And this business really is simple. Yes, it requires hard work, but it's simple. All we have to do is 3 things every single day. So I want to start off with a little self-evaluation. And this is not because I want to make you guys mad at me, but it's because I'm the leader of this team. I'm your mentor. And sometimes in that situation, we have to say things that are uncomfortable. We have to make you get out of your comfort zone and really look at yourself, because if we don't push you to really, truly look at your life, then you're not going to be able to get the results that you want. And this is something that I actually had to do with myself yesterday. I had a call with a girl named Keisha that I met at the leadership conference last year. Yeah, it all runs together. And we were talking about how we both struggle with I don't really struggle with overeating anymore. I just struggle with everything in moderation. I'll be fine. I can have wine every night as long as it's a little bit, even though I really don't drink every night. I don't even drink every week, but I'm just giving you guys an example. So I got off of this call with her and I kind of realized I'm like, shit, I have to get my stuff together. I haven't done a Beachbody program, the whole thing all year. I've done Beachbody programs, but I haven't completed a program all year. And my way of eating could use a little bit of tweaking. And anyways, I really had to get real with myself and it sucked. And I also realized that, I've been being consistent with my business this year, and I've been working 4 to 6 hours a day minimum. Some months I go crazy and work 12 hours a day, but I could be more consistent with having a routine. I'm not good with routines. So I had to get my shit together and really look at myself and say, okay, why am I not getting the results that I want? What can I change to get the results that I want? So I'm telling you guys this to say that we're all doing this together. I'm not just coming here to tell you you're a bad person and you need to get your shit together. We're all doing it together. So we're going to be looking at why you're not having the success that you want. And the only 2 things in this business that stop people are excuses or the fear of rejection or the fear of failure. Raise your hand if you have ever dealt with excuses. I feel like we should all have our hands up. If we don't, I don't know what is wrong with you. You must be Jesus or something. Raise your hand if you have ever dealt with a fear of failure or fear of rejection. I still do every single day. I'm not even kidding you guys. What was it that I posted earlier? I did a post this morning about my commute to the coffee pot, and I was just talking about how I was at my old corporate job a few years ago, blah, blah, blah. Then my next post, I posted about my car being here from Hawaii and my life by design and all this stuff. And it was scary for me to post 2 things in a row about the coaching opportunity, but I've been making it a point to do that the last couple of weeks. And not that many people like my posts, and it's scary for me, but I'm okay, I'm absolutely committed 155,000% to helping as many people as I can. So I have to get out of my own way. I have to stop caring if people think I'm annoying. I have to stop caring if people tell me no when I invite them. And I have to put it out there, because I'm not going to be able to help anyone. Hi, Rocco. If I stay in my comfort zone and don't get over these fears. So I'm telling you guys that to say that there's a lot of things that we can do, like personal development, and the more we practice it, the easier it gets, the less uncomfortable it feels. But no matter where you are in your journey, we're all still going to deal with those fears. It's just a matter of pushing through them. Okay, let's see. All right. So, like I said, we got to get real. I said this on the video that I made the other day, but I've seen a lot of people saying stuff lately, just excuses, and a lot of people have a lot of fears. And I'm not saying this to beat anyone up because I deal with them too. And the thing is I know that no one likes tough love, but I want you to raise your hand. Let me see a show of hands real quick again. Would you rather me tell you something that's going to make you mad at me, but then you thank me later? Or would you rather stay stuck? Raise your hand if you'd rather be mad at me, but thank me later. Show of hands. I don't care if you guys get mad at me. I'm over it. I used to be so scared if my team got mad at me. Then I stopped giving a fuck. Sorry, I have to just word it that way. I stopped caring last year because I realized I'm a bad mentor if I can't get people out of their own way. Okay, so raise your hand if you want to be stuck and just be in your little comfort zone, but not be mad at me. And it's okay if you don't want to be mad at me, and if you want to stay in your comfort zone, that's okay. Just close your ears for the next few slides and I'll still love you and everything's going to be okay. All right. I love Mary's facial expressions. Okay. So we're going to get real. You guys might get mad at me, but I'm doing this because I love you. So these are 6 questions that you can ask yourself. I want you guys to either take a picture of this. I'm going to escape this again so I can see you guys. Or wait, if I stop sharing, I can't see you. Okay, I can see you guys on the right side. Take a picture of this. Take a screenshot. Whatever you need to do. I want everyone to do this right now, and I'm not going to move on until everyone does that. So raise your hand when you're, or type in the chat box when you're done taking a screenshot of this. And I'm going to screenshot and answer it too. So I'm raising my hand. Who else is done? Who took a picture or screenshotted? Did I bring my phone in here? I want to take a Snapchat of everyone doing this. Raising my hand. Everyone good? Hands raised. Oh, let me go back to the first page. Okay. All right, cool. So I want you guys, if it's like not enough time as I go through these right now, I want you to go through it later. But we're going to go through these real quick. So the first thing you got to ask yourself, and I promise you guys, if you can be honest with yourselves and then do what it takes to change that, then you're going to see results immediately within your business. I just got the chills when I said that, just because I was thinking, excuse me, like when I first moved to Hawaii, I wasn't doing like beach body workouts every day. I was just doing Shakeology, which was fine. And I was still sharing about Shakeology. However, I noticed a major difference like when I just started posting about PIO. Even if it was like I ran one day and did PIO a few times a week, like I can't tell you guys how many people notice that. Like every single person that I talk to now that is signing up as a coach, like literally the last 3 people that I've talked to, like today, basically, they all want to do PIO because that's what I talk about. So I promise you, if you are honest with yourself about what you're not doing and you can tweak that, you will see results. And I'm telling you that because I had to get honest with myself a few months ago and be like, okay, I need to really get back into the programs. So the first thing is, do you really want the answers or do you want excuses? And what I mean by that is, for example, like this is a common thing that a lot of people say when they sign up to be a coach or before they're even starting as a coach, you know, if you're still a prospect. A lot of people will say that they don't have a large network and they just don't know how they're going to help people. Or they will say, you know, well, that person is successful because they had such a big network and they had all this business success previously. So that's an example. So the thing you have to look at is, if you're trying to figure out how to have a better network, you really can go find the answers. But sometimes people just want to hear excuses. Sometimes people come to me and ask me these questions, and then they'll just say all of these things. Well, yeah, that person was successful because of this. That person was successful because of that. So you really have to think about, do you want the answers or do you want excuses? Because the answers aren't always comfortable. I remember when I was in Hawaii last year with my sponsor, first time I ever went there and what made me want to move there. This was what ended my binge eating that I struggled with the last 2 years. I don't even really know exactly how the conversation went, but I was just telling her how hard it was for me to stay on track with my workouts and eating when I was on trips. And I was traveling, for those of you that have known me since last year, I was traveling all the time last year. So I was not doing a very good job with my eating and my fitness. And she said something to me that I was very mad at her in the moment, but then I was crying, and within 5 minutes I thanked her because it was what I needed to hear. And I gave her all of those stupid excuses like, well, I can't do it because of this, or I can't do it because of that. And then I just realized, I'm like, okay, obviously I want the answers. I need to do this. I have to stop making excuses. So you have to ask yourself that. Number 2, are you making your business way more complicated than it needs to be? And I'm going to give you guys an example. Let's pretend that you're at the grocery store and you're putting all of your items on the, whatever you call that thing, the belt, I don't know what it's called. And you can't figure out which order to put your groceries in. And maybe you don't want to put the oranges out there because they need to go with the other fruit, but the other fruit is too far down in your cart, you can't even reach it. And then maybe you don't want to put the tofu out there because people might laugh at you that you want to eat vegan or whatever. You're just overcomplicating it and overthinking where your groceries need to be placed on the belt. Okay. Do you guys actually think that anyone gives a shit what order you put your groceries on the belt at the grocery store? No. So it's silly when you think about that, but we all do that with this business. I do it sometimes too. I mean, sometimes on a daily basis, I'll send my mentor with corporate, Brittany, the one that spoke on our team call last month, I think it was. I'll be like, Britt, can you tell me what you think about this follow-up process? And she will sometimes call me out and be like, just stop thinking. But usually I end up calling myself out and I'm like, okay, I'm overthinking it. I need to stop. And sometimes I do that with pictures. I literally texted my graphic designer a picture earlier and I said, does this angle make me look fat? Should I redo this? And then I thought about it and I was just like, before she even answered, I just redid it and took a more flattering picture. So anyways, we just have to stop overcomplicating it. Number 3, are you really making sacrifices? Now, this is something that I talked about at the beginning of the team call. And, you know, if you're in this business just to be a discount coach, or if you just want to cover the cost of your Shakeology, then this doesn't apply to you. But let me see this so I can see everyone. From everyone that is on here right now, from what I know about your goals, I know that all of you have pretty big goals. So this is going to apply to all of you that have big goals. So almost everyone on here. Oh, you guys are typing in the chat box. I'll get to it in a minute. Otherwise, I'm going to get too off track. So like I was saying earlier, when I started this business, I was the director of residence life out of college. I was on call 24/7. Sometimes I worked 80 hours a week. Sometimes I could not look at my phone literally the entire day until I got home at night and my eyes were wanting to cross. I was doing my master's degree as well, and I was volunteering at church. So I like barely ever saw my family. They lived an hour away. I barely ever did anything social. I gave up TV completely. I used to be totally addicted to TV. I gave up sleep. I gave up a lot. I would literally fit in Beachbody as much as I could. And I'm not telling you guys that it has to be like that forever, but what I'm telling you is that if you can make short-term sacrifices, it will benefit you in the long term. So it's just a matter of like really focusing for a year or two or however long it takes you, because if you really put your head down, you can do this really quickly. If you can just make those short-term sacrifices, it will turn into long-term gain. It took me 2 years of consistent work to become completely debt-free. I had $40-something thousand of debt and to earn a 6-figure residual income. 2 years. So I don't know if I asked you guys this earlier or not. I don't remember, but I'm going to ask you again. Raise your hand if you would make sacrifices to be able to get to that. If you knew without a doubt, guaranteed that you could become debt-free and maybe you don't want to earn a 6-figure income, but to just be comfortable and not worry about money. Raise your hand if you would make sacrifices to do that. Okay. So you can. Like, you guys have a proven formula right in front of you. All you have to do is reach Success Club and teach your teams to do that. That's all you have to do. That's all I've done. All I do is I get Success Club, I recruit coaches, and then I teach them to get Success Club. That's all I do. And we have training that you can put them through. You don't have to worry about not knowing what to do because we're here for you. So you really have to think about what sacrifices are you making. You know, I really didn't start adding stuff back into my life like Netflix until last year. So you've really got to get real with yourself. Number 4, do you give yourself an excuse not to start? What is the bullshit story that you are telling yourself? So I forgot what I was going to say about this. totally just lost my train of thought. But you just have to really think, okay, let's just talk about workouts and meal plans, for example. This is something I used to be the queen of doing. Oh, I'll just start Monday because it's easier to start on Monday. Raise your hand if you've ever done that one before. Yeah. Then last year, I was like, okay, I'm just going to start on Thursday because today's Thursday and I'm tired of giving myself bullshit excuses. So that's just one example. But if you're really, really, really passionate about something, the best time to start is right now. There's no better time than right now. If you're telling yourself that you don't have the time or you don't have the money or this or that, you're never going to have the right amount of time. It's never going to be the best time. You have to just get rid of that story. And the best way that you can do that, and this can even apply to attracting people into your business or adding new contacts. Excuse me. If you're telling yourself over and over that I'm not going to get Success Club this month, or my coaches aren't doing anything, they're not getting Success Club, or I'm not attracting in good people, then that's what's going to happen. So every time you tell yourself that bullshit story, you have to replace it with something new, which we're going to get into in a minute. So you have to just get rid of that pattern. It's like a muscle. Like we have to, like when we're working out, we have to train that. So we have to reprogram our minds. All right, number 5, are you taking initiative? Are you doing things without prompts from your upline coach? So I don't know if I've mentioned this before. I think I probably have on a few team calls, but my sponsor and I love her. She's a dear friend, but we're completely opposites. We're completely different. We didn't have training when I started, so I had no clue what was going on. And then when she did create training, it just didn't resonate with me because her teaching style is different than mine. And the way she built her business is completely opposite of me because we're two different people. So I followed Lindsay Matway and other people like that were in the top 10. And I did everything that they did because all their stuff is on YouTube. Literally, you don't even have to be their coach to get all the information that they're giving their teams. So everything that I do in my business right now is what I learned by myself by Googling and YouTube and going to conferences. So you just have to take initiative. And the thing is we're our own CEOs, you guys. Yes, I'm y'all's mentor. I'm the leader of the team, but I'm not here to be a babysitter. We all have our own business. So we just have to take initiative and do things on our own. Number 6, are you doing the work that is equal to the success that you want? So if you would like to grow a 6-figure income, but you're only working 3 hours a day and you want to do it in a year, I'm going to be honest, you're probably not going to get there. So you really need to just put in more work and put in whatever it is that you want, whatever kind of success it is that you want, put that kind of work in. So if you need help figuring out how much time you need to put into your business, then I'd be happy to talk to you guys about that. I have to move on to the next slide, just for the sake of time. So this is a quote by Tony Robbins that I just love. It's not the lack of resources that cause failure. It's the lack of resourcefulness. And that's a quote by Tony Robbins. So the thing is, you guys, we literally have provided you everything. All the files that are in the team page, the new coach training that's provided, the Mission to Success Club group, all the challenge groups that we do, all the videos that I've done for you guys, the sneak peek week, the webinars, all the resources are right there for you. So it's not the lack of resources, or maybe you don't like my resources, or maybe someone else has better resources, and that's fine. There's all kinds of people out there that have all kinds of good shit. But it's the lack of resourcefulness in using those resources. So you have to just think about it this way. If you invested $200,000 of your hard-earned or borrowed money, would you be putting in the same amount of time as your $140 investment? And I just said $140 because that's an average of what our challenge packs are. Let me see what you guys are typing in the chat box. Done. What else should you do after the vital behaviors if that doesn't take you very long? Like, what do you do for 3+ hours? That's a great question, Nicole. So I would definitely say that like your daily checklist should take an hour. And then what I do with my other hours, I spend 1 hour doing personal development. So I read for 30 minutes and then I go on YouTube every day and I watch videos by like the top 10 coaches. So I can send you some suggestions if you want to, or I can post it in the team page. Then I do my power hour. Then I usually have, it depends on how many hours I'm going to work that day. So if I'm only going to work 4 hours, I'll have like maybe 1 hour where I have available to do calls, like mentorship calls for the team. And then So you count personal development as work hours. Yes. Then if I were to, what am I trying to say? So for the 4th hour, because that's 3 hours right there, for the 4th hour, I have so many messages that I get in my inbox that it takes me an hour to respond to all of those. But if I didn't have that amount of messages, and not every day I do, because some days I get more messages in than others, what I do is I just do a power hour again. So if the first hour, if I invited 3 people or 10 people, then I'll just go back and do that again later. So you can just repeat it over and over. So it's all just about doing the 3 vital behaviors, like in just different chunks. And like what I've been doing lately is I've been spending less time on the computer and more time like getting people on FaceTime and on Zoom calls and stuff like that. My computer's dying. And that's helped me a lot too. That's a really good question. Okay. So I really just liked this to, in this presentation, you guys, I modeled it after a video that I actually watched from Bonnie Engel, who's one of the top 5 coaches in the company. And she was saying in her call that Africa has the most natural resources, but they are the poorest country on the earth. And a lot of the most successful coaches in the company have had little resources. So you just have to figure it out and have that tenacity. Like I was mentioning earlier, Google, YouTube, and then Coach FAQ are your best friends. And then I really just like this quote down here. Complexity creates the fog, simplicity clears it. Okay, so the magic formula to Success Club. I may have to make this into a part 2 call. Like we might have to start another Zoom over. I'm going to upgrade my Zoom next week so that it won't kick us off. But I haven't done it yet. So anyways, this is what I was talking about in the video the other day, the magic formula to Success Club. Now, this is in combination with our vital behaviors every day, of course. Everyone raise your hand. Just want to see a show of hands. Does everyone have the Success Club daily checklist? Raise your hand. Okay, good. For those of you that are listening to the recording, if you don't have that, it's saved in the file section in the team page. All right, so your Success Club daily checklist should only take you an hour. What I have to do is put my blinders on, set a timer, don't let anything distract me, and just go. Turn off your Facebook chat, don't look at your notifications, just focus. So the first thing is to set your goal at the beginning of the month of how many people you want to help, and then do your affirmations on that. So the first thing that I do when I wake up is say 3 things that I'm grateful for, and then I do my affirmations. Now, I do them on non-business stuff and business stuff. So right now I'm telling myself every morning I'm helping sign up 20 really badass coaches that want to work the business. And I say that in the morning and at night. And the thing is I know we talk about the law of attraction all the time, but whatever you're putting out there is what you're going to get back in, because the universe is responding to the vibration and energy that you put out there. So you're not going to attract those badass coaches if you're saying that your coaches suck or the people don't want to work the business. You have to put out there what you want. Number 2, follow the calendar that's pinned to the top of the team page and invite people based on when we do our groups. We do them on the same weeks every month. It's laid out that way strategically for a reason. We do our challenge groups, and then we do our sneak peek week so that we can invite our challengers to become coaches. So when you're doing this at the beginning of the month, what I do is you can make a list. Mine's kind of all in one list, but you can make 3 different lists of people in your current groups, so your current challenge groups, new prospects, so those are people that you're meeting on social media every day, because we have to be consistently adding new people every day, and the people who said no to you last month. Literally, guys, I do not keep following up with people that have told me no or they're not ready ever, unless they tell me to F off and die, which I don't think anyone's ever said that to me. People have asked me nicely to not contact them anymore, and I just very nicely say, of course, let me know if I can do anything to support you, and I always ask for a referral as well. But like some of my best coaches on the team, Chelsea we met, who's one of my coaches that I mentored. She's been a coach about 2 years now. She's a 6-star diamond coach. She told me no like every month for like 7 months, basically. Well, I followed up multiple times, so she probably told me no like 15 times. But people are going to sign up when they're ready. It takes people about 7 times of seeing something to be ready to go forward with it. How many minutes do we have left? 3 minutes. Okay, we're definitely going to have to start another one. What are you guys saying in the chat box? What if they say they will reach out to you when they are ready? I would say, I totally understand. I want you to do what's best for you. No pressure whatsoever. But can I ask you, what is it that makes you want to wait? Okay. And when you're inviting people, just don't overthink it. All you have to do, and this is something that I learned from one of these calls I was listening to, and I've been trying it today, and it works really, really well. Just connect with people. So comment on something they posted about on their page, and then invite. And all you have to say is something as simple as, you'd be an amazing coach and help so many people. Have you ever considered it more? That's it. Every single person I sent that to today responded. So it works. Number 3, follow up relentlessly. I have talked about this a lot, but what I do is I keep all my prospects in a list. My computer's going really slow. In Google Sheets. And the reason that I suck at organization, you guys. I've tried everything from Excel spreadsheets to notebook lists. And then I finally did this last year because I was traveling across the country and going all over creation. And I liked it because there's an app that you can download on your phone so you can access it for anywhere. So what I do is I have all my prospects in a list. I actually started doing this last month, but like I keep all of my people that told me yes when I sent out a deadline message. I keep them all in a tab for like whatever month it was. We have less than a minute. I'm going to stop sharing real quick. I'm going to stop recording on